Okay, let's go. Reverse emergency rule. National Assembly counters PDP governor's lawsuit, demands 1 billionaire. After public outcry, missing Babcock varsity student found. I dumped PDP for APC to avoid altercation with Adeleke, says Oluwole. And then, cabals still fighting against our refinery. This is according to Dangote himself. Loyalty to Buhari keeps us in APC, CPC ex-state chairman. Loyalty to Buhari keeps us in APC, says CPC ex-state chairman. How Education Minister helped Nadeco activists fleeing Abacha, says Bamidele. Yeah. And then, Tinubu to meet Gencos over 4 trillion naira electricity debt. Nel Fund under fire over loans to ex-students. Over 1,700 killed in boundary communal clashes in 7 years. Over 1,700 killed in boundary communal clashes in 7 years. Oyo signs 3.5 billion naira contract for rural markets upgrade. And then, on assembly crisis still, Zamfara, Benue governors challenge NAS summons. To some more headlines, actually now, political headlines. I dumped PDP for APC to avoid altercation with Adeleke Oluwole. That story is repeating itself again just right here. And then, APGA dismisses Ozigbo's claim of Soludo funding APC candidate. Fubara makes first public appearance after UK trip. And then, 2027 ex-CPC chairman pledged loyalty to Tinubu, rejects coalition rumors. Stop harassing lawmakers, APC tells Zamfara governors. Why 10th National Assembly is not opposing executive. Okay. Why 10th National Assembly is not opposing executive, says Eshilokun. And then, Adeleke dismisses APC failed defection claim. All right, let's move from here. Okay, let me see if I can touch on these two before I run. Ex-PDP deputy governorship candidate orders defect to APC in Cross River. Buhari CPC bloc won't leave APC. Nasarawa governor is the one who is speaking there. And then let's move quickly now to the Nation newspaper now. All right, few headlines here. On GDP growth, Presidency counters AFDB chief's claim that Nigeria was better off in 1960. Presidency counters AFDB chief's claim. That is additional. Presidency counters AFDB chief's claim that Nigeria was better off in 1960. And then traditional leaders key to peace. Security, says Sani. Nigerians not worse off today than 1960, says Presidency. The Nigerian presidency must respond to almost everything. Southeast interest better served in APC, says Uzodimma. Southeast interest better served in APC, says Uzodimma. And then Labour Party tussle moves to INEC. Decline, slight rise in banks loans to customers. Decline, slight rise in banks loans to customers. And then let's check on the last one now. Brace for cost reflective tariffs, Minister tells Nigerians. Brace for cost reflective tariffs, Minister tells Nigerians. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. The Sun newspaper is next, everyone. Atiku's camp hits back at Okoa. It's quite sunny with some other headlines here. Let's see. IPOB demands reversal of group's proscription as terrorists. IPOB demands reversal of group's proscription as terrorists. Atiku's camp hit backs at Okoa. Then we have some more here. Lagos was hit as Nigeria loses over 30 billion naira to 42 market fires. End use of Cybercrime Act against journalists. Release those in custody. SERAP, NGE tells Tinubu government and others. NPAN backs federal government on $220 million fine on Meta. And then Governor Yusuf dismisses graft allegation, aligns with Kwankwaso's next political movement. INEC refutes May the 27 CVR resumption claim. Why I dumped Labour Party for PDP. Honorable Obeta is the one saying that here. And then Benue politics of marginalization is something you might want to just grab and read. Governor Yusuf dismisses corruption allegation against his government. And of course, Kwankwaso. Let's touch on Vanguard now. It's got plenty of headlines this morning. Plenty of headlines. Now to Delta State first. PDP defectors unwilling to register for APC. Present crop of leaders are motivated by power, wealth acquisition. Present crop of leaders are motivated by power, wealth acquisition. Inflation erodes banks' profits, jacks up costs. Zenith Bank's gross earnings rise 22% to 950 billion naira in first quarter 2025. Unregistered investment platforms aim to swindle unsuspecting investors. CIS president is the one speaking here. And then corporate earnings, dividends, payouts drive up stocks performance. Yeah. Now to Delta. PDP defectors unwilling to register for APC. Let's see some more. As prices of school bags soar, parents now go for locally made backpack. Locally made backpack. God help us. Present crop of leaders are motivated by power and wealth acquisition. Now on very dark man, EFCC sources explain arrest. Huriwa blasts agency. ECWA frowns on escalating hardship, tasks Nigerian government on security. Tension in Ondo as Amotekun police exchange gunfire over custody of suspects and exhibit. Tension in Ondo as Amotekun police exchange gunfire over custody of suspects and of course exhibit. To some more political stories now. Money cannot buy my stance on any matter, says Ezekwesili. Denies receiving bribe to back Natasha Akpoti. Money cannot buy my stance on any matter, says Ezekwesili. Denies receiving bribe to back Natasha Akpoti Udwaga. We are aligning with Kwankwaso's political movement. Governor Yusuf is the one speaking here. And then, your plan to defect to our party failed. APC berates Governor Adeleke. Lagos local government polls tension as Baba-Ahmed politics return in APC. That's what Vanguard newspaper is reporting here. Lagos LG polls tension as Baba-Ahmed politics returns in APC. And outside Nigeria, Trump says not looking to run for third term. I think he's clarified it, right? Okay. Trump says he doesn't know if he is to uphold U.S. Constitution as president. I don't know if I would uphold U.S. Constitution as president. Yeah. Back to Nigeria. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Back to Nigeria now. Our inmates are well fed. NCOS denounces allegation of poor feeding. Okay. On Very Dark Man still, criminals may mimic your show of force. Obi-Wan security agents. That is just it. I think he has nailed it already. Seriously. He said criminals may mimic your show of force. Some persons will just, I think it happened in Edo State. I saw a video where some persons dressed in police uniform, they just entered the community wanting to arrest a couple of persons, one or two or three persons. And if not for the fact that the community came out, everyone came out. And at the end, we saw shooting, sporadic shooting. So, like Obi is saying, criminals might just mimic that arrangement, that behavior. The way Very Dark Man was arrested. It's quite absurd, I must say. Next Pope. Why Nigerian's Cardinal Okpaleke isn't a front runner? It's a big story right there. Why he is not a front runner. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's check up The Guardian. Yeah. The Guardian is going to guide us to some of the headlines quickly. Group 6 halt on Niger land dispute case over alleged breach of judicial ethics. And then, police arrest 95 suspected cultists in Edo, recover arms. Olanipe Kunsonwolu, Tunji Ojo, Bago Sheyi, others for UK award. Rights group accuses EFCC of overstepping mandate in VDM's detention. Association Dangote sign investment pact in Nasarawa. Group falls Oyebanji's claim on loan governance. Osun APC chief seeks arrest, prosecution of insecurity financiers. Okay, Fubara makes first public appearance after UK trip. Is coming again. And then let me see if I can touch on the last one here. River Basins pledge support for youths, women in agribusiness. I quickly want to check Daily Post and then see if I can also do Daily Thrust before we join Rufai Oseni. Cabals still fighting our refinery, says Dangote. And as regards 2027 presidency, Peter Obi, Kwankwaso should not run. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed is the one speaking here. That Peter Obi and of course Kwankwaso should not run. Let's join Rufai Oseni this time around. Yeah, let's quickly join him first before we touch on some of the headlines now. Rufai Oseni, good morning to you. Welcome.
Morning. The first story I'm going to touch on is the response of the presidency to what Adesina said when he talked about the fact that lives have not gotten better, that GDP has gone down compared to the 60s. See, the truth has to be said. In Mr. Bayan Onuga's response, he was talking about state of health care, state of transportation, and other things. See, if you extrapolate it, quality of life was a whole lot better than now. Today I ask you, does Nigeria have any hospital that at some point was voted the best in the Commonwealth, one of the fifth best, number 5 in the Commonwealth?
Not at all.
Now, the same UCH in Ibadan, that the light goes off every time that people are protesting, was where the Saudi royal family used to come. And all of this was happening between the 60s and the 80s, which were the glory days of the UCH. Fine, new roads have not been opened, but infrastructural work was built. It was in that same 70s we connected, Lagos, Ibadan, and a couple of other places, and we built new expressways. That's the formation of the arterial road we have today. It was around that same time we built most of Lagos, and we started the boat project of Third Mainland Bridge. It was around that same time we built a lot. In fact, we ruined our fortune because we had the cement armada, but we built a lot. And quality of life, I mean, those were the days now that they were announced on TV or put in the newspaper when they are going to take lights. Today, you don't even see the light despite Band A.
At all.
You don't even see the light despite band A. As at then, I was talking to a doctor of a prominent hospital in Nigeria today. I was saying then, there are folks used to come from Canada to come and get their healthcare and deliver their children UCH. So, Mr. Biden, look at say that haba. No, now things were a lot better. Things were a lot better. Then people went into shops and bought brand Nigerian cars. You had Porsche Automobile, minting out cars, Pam. You had rich industrial interplay. Even up to the 80s, you had very great manufacturing output. The satin in the lace and the mask industry. You had industrialists and you had people. So for him to say that, no, we didn't have this level of humongous rural poverty because the rural areas were factories. In the Jebu areas, for instance, the likes of the lace factory in Ayekwe and the likes. So they were the factories. Where are the manufacturers? Then you had access to public water. People actually relied on public water to get water to drink. It was when the bastardization of the public water system started that then you started resorting to things like borehole and ice water before you have pure water. So what is this man saying? We just need to build this country right. And they should stop feeling people hate them when we call a spade a spade. If Nigeria works, we praise them. Secondly, I think EFCC should have released the message now based on the arrest of VDM.
Oh, yeah.
But I condemn the way he was picked up. And if petitions were written against him, because I spoke to a couple of insiders there, if petitions were written against him, you investigate the petition, not pick him in that gestaporic style and cover his face. How many days you have even violated the right because you ought to have charged him to court if you have anything against him. So I think by today, EFCC should be able to let us know. If you have charges preferred against him, let him go and face it in court and get him bail. You can just keep a man there all this while. There should be a message issued out to know what's really going on. And this is very sad. Only a couple of days ago, Olukoyede was saying that actions were guided by principles of law. The way they arrested that man was not principles of law. Went to a bank, they used in a gestaporic style.
I think
you might have petitions preferred against him, we have allegations against him. Put it out to the public, let him have his day in court. You are not a judge, jury, and prosecution in the case.
You know, youths have even said they will protest today in Abuja and even in Lagos.
No, it's a very sad one. And they must issue out a statement. The World Bank is saying that rural poverty is increasing. Yeah, we can't deceive ourselves. The rural areas used to be the heartland. I mean, remember, if you watch Nollywood movie back in the days, when a man has lost it all, he says, at least I'll go back to the village. At least I know I will have food to eat in the village. But these days, you hardly have that. There's an uptick in rural poverty. The state of play of the economy is at an all-time low.
Okay.
The economic malaise and damage. And it's not me saying this, it's the World Bank saying this. So we should do better. We should do better. And this 4 trillion negotiation over Gencos, the truth has to be said. They should pay the Jenkos their money. But also, since we went to the Band A, we have not seen the Band A. I was speaking to somebody, a very big advocate of the Band A yesterday. And they kept on talking about the fact that we supported the Band A because we thought we were going to get power, but we didn't get anything. I know they have to do a lot of maintenance. I know the Jenkos are spending a lot of money. But we are not even seeing the power in the Band A. So when you look at these things, it speaks volumes. And we just employ those in the power sectors to be able to do better for the country and do better for the people. And my brother, insecurity is rife in this country. Look at what happened in Yobe. Kudos to our valiant soldiers that lost their life, but look at what happened in Yobe. Boko Haram is back. They attacked the 27th Task Force Brigade, Buniyadi, Gachpa LG of Yobe.
Yeah. It's quite terrible.
Pictures were gory. Nobody's saying this to support terrorism. Down with terrorism, and those people will have to face the full wrath of the law. But it is bad. And that's just 65 kilometers from the capital.
And no one is saying anything.
No one is saying anything. And if we talk now, they'll say, oh, President Tinubu, insecurity started to get worse under President Tinubu again. They ransacked the armory. They looted what they could loot and burnt it down. They set us blaze artillery, 5 MRAPs and anti-aircraft carriers, for 20 Hilux vehicles. An MRAP cost a lot, cost billions. So President Tinubu, you've been talking to the people. You were in Katsina the other day. What has been done as regards to security? We now hear people are fleeing Buniyadi. Residents are fleeing their homes. In Borno too, the same thing, insurgency. Huh? They are requesting more MRAPs, UAVs, and more personnel. So what is President Tinubu doing about all of this?
Working towards 2027.
What's the NSA, National Security Advisor, doing about all of this?
They're working towards 2027.
It is in time of crisis that a leader ends insult was worth. Almost every day now, there's been attacks. On the 17th, 2 soldiers, some civilians were killed in Yamuke after Boko Haram invasion of April. 18th of April, people invaded, same thing. So it's like one day, one trouble now. Huh? 4th of January 2025, 25th of January 2025, March 2024, March 24th. So there's been constant attacks. And this one, they're saying Boko Haram is decimated. Boko Haram is back. That's what it shows.
Which way, Nigeria?
Oh, that's the big question. I have my fatherland. I love Nigeria. I want it to work. But our leaders are not doing enough. If they do well, we praise them. If they don't do well, we'll say it. We'll call them out. No friend, no foe in this business of national development. I keep telling people, oh, yeah, this, yeah, lenient with. If Obi was president and this insecurity going on, I will call him. In fact, I will be harshest on him. Because I want the best for my country. And you know why I'll be harshest on him? Because he says he can solve the problem. We just have to make this country work. It's a beautiful country God has given us, but we have leaders that are not ready.
Rufai, the National Assembly has actually urged, the Supreme Court to dismiss the suit filed by 11 PDP, governors challenging the declaration of the state of emergency in Rivers State.
Why are they urging them? No. Let them test the
Constitution. 1 billion naira
for that, Let them test the Constitution, because you can't just declare a state of emergency and go scot through that. That's an aberration. And that's why you're seeing the reaction of what happened, that the women stormed out of a ground. Let them test it in courts. Why didn't this hypocritical National Assembly, anyway, the last National Assembly, come out to go against the governors when they took the CBM to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme is supposed to be independent, atop Naira policy? Let's stop being hypocritical. Let's call it spade a spade. And please, for the governors too that are decamping, at some point we must be able to put in our Constitution that if you decamp, you must be able to sweat for your seats. Pure and simple. We need integrity.
You mentioned that Boko Haram is back, and just yesterday, IPOB is also demanding reversal of that proscription of the group as terrorist group.
IPOB has been demanding that for a while. The question we should ask as regards this IPOB agitation, those that are causing the insecurity and the treachery should be dealt with. But are there legitimate concerns for marginalization? Yes. A lot more can be done. I was in Imo and Owerri in the course of the week. A lot more can be done. That's just it. But those that are using the group to be able to foment trouble, the splinter cells of the group that are calling for anarchy, should be dealt with. And that's why I was never in support of this man in Finland calling for violence. I was never in support of anybody that calls for violence. Anybody that calls for violence will be met with violence. Egba. Because the solution to the problems of this country is not violence and it's not anarchy. It's just complicating issues. At first, let's restore peace and security so that people... You see, Nigerians are very blessed people. Great sense of ingenuity. They need an environment of peace to thrive. Once you give them the basic, what governments just do is give them the basic, give them the enabling environment, work with them. Nigeria will be a world power.
Okay.
It is well. I rest my case today.
Yeah. Before I leave you this morning, I just want to point out what Uzodinma is saying, that the Southeast interest is better served in APC. Better served in APC. Those are his words.
Uzodinma is speaking for himself. The Southeast interest is better served with good leaders, not stomach infrastructure leaders. And that interest can be served when the Southeast have good leaders, irrespective of political parties. Political parties are just tools. Better leaders are individuals that set themselves aside to do well for the people.
Thank you, Rufai. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Everyone, feel free to join the conversation this morning. Okay? Feel free. We're streaming. Get to YouTube. YouTube, it's VOP 90.3 FM. VOP 90.3 FM. And then do drop your comments and, of course, your observation. Your query alongside. But you know what? I would always say you should keep it civil. It means mind what you say on a national radio. Okay? Mind what you say on a national radio. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. I would have a conversation with an analyst as regards the issue of VDM and then some other issues. Baba-Ahmed is saying that Kwankwaso and Peter Obi should not run. If you recall, last week he also mentioned that Tinubu should not run. Instead, get someone else, a younger person who can do the job. That's what Baba-Ahmed is saying. And now, persons are saying he hasn't mentioned Atiku Abubakar. He hasn't said Atiku shouldn't run. But he's saying Peter Obi shouldn't run. And then Kwankwaso shouldn't run. Tinubu shouldn't run. Do you understand where I'm going to? All right. And I also recall, as regards what Rufai said, Nigerians are not worse off today than they were in 1960. The senior special advisor, SSA to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, he said there was no basis to compare today's gross domestic product, GDP, to what it was at independence, 65 years ago. Well, Onanuga was actually responding to a report ascribed to the president of African Development Bank, AFDB, Dr. Hakeem Adeshina, in which he claimed that Nigeria's GDP per capita in 1960 was 100 and that's missing here. What's happening? 1,847, per dollar, as against $824 today. Okay. Everyone, we will dissect all of that, all of these stories. But you know what? Right now, I want to open up the studio lines. I want to open up the studio lines and get your thoughts on some of these stories, and then we forge ahead like that. This is VOP 90.3 FM, 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, everyone. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set, turn down the volume. Just about 2 minutes for everyone. 2 minutes is fine. Thank you so much. Let's go there. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, it's Chile. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mbako from Elasa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Jude. I want to talk about Israel announcing to retaliate against Kutis.
Okay.
That is a very good one, and that is a very good country. You see, the missile could not even kill anybody. But they are vowed to retaliate. As we talk now, you will hear that Israel have killed over 50 in Kutis. But here back in Nigeria, you see that the bandit of Boko Haram have break into Nigeria base with a damn gun, with AK-47. You saw it. I mean, Nigeria camp, bandit that doesn't have base, break into Nigeria base, which means Nigeria doesn't have any force. It's a shame. And over Nigeria, in Plateau, in Benue, in Boy, a lot of killings, and yet they cannot find it. They even find one of them. But today, Nnamdi Kanu is under detention against terrorism in Nigeria. But none of them from the north. No one single person. You're a journalist. You can track it. You can check it. Not anybody in the north are suffering about terrorism. Rather, they will bring them, they will catch them, and they will integrate them into the society. What are they saying? They are backing them. It's a shame.
Thank you.
It's a shame. Thank you.
Appreciate your call. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 0. Yeah. Have a great day too. Have a great day too. Don't worry. I will take all of your. I'll take all of your calls. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Kamijudeh.
Good morning.
This is Afunwa Dama.
All right.
Calling from Idim.
Let's go.
You see, my contribution this morning not to go far. All those people where they defeat, they go enter one party, they enter one party. In community, I want to ask you, those people who want to enter, both the whole governors and all the whole local government, where they enter, or the house level, house representative, lawmakers, they reach 3 million. Kamijudeh.
Go ahead, please.
I believe they know reach 3 million. How many Nigerians? So make Nigerians prepare. They prepare. The one will not get the PVC, make it try to get it. Make we wait for them, because this 2027 election is between APC and Nigeria, and I believe APC can never win Nigeria. So that's what I try to say. Make everybody know the lamlet.
Okay.
Stand is only just a year and a year and 8 months or a year and 8 months now. Exam go start. So that is it. That's all the thing I have to say this morning.
Thank you so much.
Good morning. Happy New Year. Yeah.
Good morning to you. Hello. Good morning here.
Mr. Kamijude, how are you?
Fine. Good morning to you.
My name is Peter Monse from Shomulu.
Okay.
Now, Kamijude, somebody again inside house and eat finish, drink tea finish, and can't tell us say that 1960 is not better than today. In which ramification? Okay, GDP and this. I think somebody should go and remind him that in the 60s, as our parents told us, we were not having terrorists making Nigeria their safe haven. And today, what are we having? Look at what you tell me about the Yobe state. And I read it online yesterday. That Boko Haram terrorist group have taken over that place. I mean, destroying equipment that belong to Nigerian army. Nigerian army. I live in the barracks. I live with the armies. I have 3 armies from my compound. I talk with the armies. I move with them. I live in barracks in Uyo, barracks in Imo State. I know what Nigerian army was. Tell them that Nigerian army today is not Nigerian army that we knew then, that people told us about in the 60s. Very unfortunate. See, no, Rivado said something the other day. And with what is happening in Yobe State, he said, how many kilometers to Abuja? It heightens my fear because Nuru Rivado told us that the Taliban, the terrorist group that they were fighting against, that it was in Afghanistan, they were fighting against, that they are the people in power today. And I said something that day. And what is happening in Yobe State has heightened my fears that I am unsure APC is not preparing ground for terrorists to take over Nigeria. If you have few kilometers to Abuja, and then they can sack army base, destroy equipment, the one that the Europeans said that it goes in billions, and then you tell me that we have a country. I want to repeat the word of Tinubu in the days of Jonathan. The few killings, Tinubu told us that we didn't have a government. It's worse today. APC is not a government. APC is just a gang of people that sit on the treasure of Nigeria to loot us, to destroy this country. That's what APC is doing. Okay, so one military man told me that in 1964, he was living in the farm. They used to have farm settlements, and people would live in the farm. Are we having people living in the farm today? Yesterday, one of my sisters from Makodi, we met in the church. I asked her, what did you bring from Makodi? The food basket of the nation. My sister could not bring a single yam, could not bring a single plantain, and told me what is happening in Makodi, in Benue State, that they can't farm again. Can you buy cocoyam again? Can you buy groundnut again? Can you buy plantain? Can you buy banana? Tell me what you can buy under APC, under Tinubu. And then I want to summarize. I want to run up this way. You know, the prescription of IPOB is long overdue. It should not have happened. Maybe they told us last week that the hotel that they arrested Nnamdi Kanu, they did not find anything that relates to terrorism. That they did not find Nnamdi Kanu with anything that relates to terrorism. But they found Nigerian soldiers that were sent to Nnamdi Kanu's community. And those soldiers carried AK-47. They killed, they destroyed. Nnamdi Kanu lost his father and mother because of the terrorist act that Buhari committed. If Nnamdi Kanu was not found with AK-47, was not found with cutlass, was not found with dagger, and then you have a military head of state, I call him so, they call him president, that sent the army with all these dangerous and mass killing weapons to Nnamdi Kanu community. Then who is a terrorist? Then who sent terrorists? Somebody should tell me. After this case of Nnamdi Kanu, I will have a suggestion, because Buhari must not go scot-free by sending terrorists into Nnamdi Kanu's community to want to destroy that man, if not God that saved the life of that man. You know, for me, this National Assembly, they are birds of the same feather. What brought them into power is the same thing. Fraudulence means all of them come and hold power. Oh my God, evil has taken over Nigeria. God, how do you help us? How do you show us the way to send these people away and recover this nation? Because we're in trouble. Can we do that?
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. Thank you indeed. Yeah. I will start reading your messages alongside, okay? And hey, I would even touch on some messages on YouTube, everyone. So feel free to drop a comment on YouTube. I'll be there in a jiffy to read those messages. Thank you. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Chief calling from Maja.
Good morning.
Yeah. I want to speak first on the when they do good, we have to love them. And concerning the scrapping of overseas sponsorship of education, only I want to add with that what are the plans for alternatives, especially those guys that are overseas studying now, and when is the scrapping, when is it commencing, because the us should be allowing them for this gesture. And I want to advise and to suggest that the extension to these pilgrimage visits, they can scrap overseas education, which is very germane. Where all these our youngsters bringing, overseas experience and whatever to the country. They should the pilgrimage should be equally, scrapped, at least to conserve the foreign exchange that is being wasted. Let religion be, a personal thing as stipulated in the Constitution. And finally, when people are saying that the next election is going to be between Nigerians and the APC, who are in APC? Are they not Nigerians? Are they Nigerians? Are they Cameroonians? And especially when you don't have an anchor man for Nigeria now, who Nigeria is going to follow. We are not yet sure of the marriage between Yobe and Atiku, which is on the front line now. So that is the serious concern which the other Nigerians from another mother should consider, and they know that will not be a tourist when 2027 comes. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate that. Okay, let's get to read these messages now, just a couple of them, and I'll return. Obedoji, let me begin with you. You're saying, what are the reasons why the National Assembly didn't or don't oppose bills from the presidency or executive? It is a shame they don't properly debate these bills. Too bad. Quite unfortunate. And then, okay, saying Tinubu government will teach you guys a big lesson. This is just the beginning. Okay, said this government rules with propaganda. Well, Obi was the best option for Nigeria. Obed is saying insecurity in a military base. What an irony. What a shame. What a government. Too bad. Quite unfortunate. May God Almighty have mercy. Okay, he says, I understand where you're going to. If Tinubu should not run, same should be Atiku Kwankwaso from the north till 2031. Let South complete 8 years for equity, fairness, and of course, justice. Okay, let's return now. Let's return. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
My name is Stanley, calling from Odojoro.
Okay.
So what is the issues? Morning, night, afternoon, evening, Nigeria complaining. Are we getting anything? Please, I want to verify. Because me, as a citizen of this country, last 2 years we went to vote on February 25. What I saw, I never saw it before in Nigeria. Where we came to vote, front of Oba of Amu, we line up, and boys came in, carrying gun, shooting. Me, I was saying, is it not our right to come and vote the year of election? So, given that Nigeria don't have security, we came out to vote, and people carry gun. entering a place where we are voting. Somebody like me was asking, what is this? What is this? The boys was looking at us. They are shooting up. We are not running. They are not carrying the gun. Face us direct. So when they face us the gun, we now run. But after some time, boys now tell us to come out and vote. So I say, why? Why did you allow these people to come out and threaten us with gun? And after everything, I cut my slipper. So they not said you should come out and vote. Don't mind that they have gone with them. But after everything, Nigeria still be IPP. So what shows that if we vote 1 million, if Nigeria challenge the PC or challenge the Miloko, what shows that we can take that power from anybody? Because what is going on today, they are not after anybody. They are doing what is in their mind. So are we doing this that will have future tomorrow, or we are doing this because we are living?
Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Your time is up now. I'll get to WhatsApp and read your messages alongside, but I still want to take a few calls first. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Top of the morning to you. Good morning to you.
I love how they pronounce that your name. They pronounce that it's more than everything I tell you. So I'm trying to get it to you. I'm the demon for money. I need help from you. I need your prayer for me. Today is my 71 years. Birthday.
Whoa.
Today. Please, I need a high prayer for me. Pray for me, please. See now what's happening in Nigeria. They told the people they are massacring and so that they should defend themselves. Look at soldiers with the gun, not defend themselves. How much less than a civilian? And only God, the intervention of God will come and save us. That's for nothing. Please, I need a prayer.
Are you talking about Are you talking about prayers in your email, or what kind of prayer are you asking for from a young dude like me?
Just bless me. That's all. That's all.
Huh?
I need a blessing. Today is my 71 years birthday.
71.
Yes, 71 years birthday. Today, yes.
Whoa.
With 14 grandchildren.
71. Happy birthday to you today. Happy birthday to you today.
I wish them my good brother.
Okay. Do you have a WhatsApp number?
No. That is my WhatsApp number.
Okay. I'm going to send prayers to your email.
Okay, sir.
Can you put down the number now?
The number is. Later, when I'll call you, I send the number to you, sir.
I don't know what you're saying. No. Okay. No wahala.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, when you get calls like this, you know you're talking about prayers. When you hear prayers, you know what it means. That man is a very wise man. He's a wise man. Top of the morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kamejide.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, Patrick is calling from Ogota.
Okay.
Yeah, I think with the way things are going in this issue of insecurity, I think there's a grand plan somewhere which nobody has told us. As far as names were sent from a foreign country to the Nigerian authority under Buhari, that these are the people causing insecurity in your country. Buhari sat on that list up till now, just like my brother.
Your brother, which one now? Why? Oh, please call back if you can. I'm sorry. I guess it has to do with your call catch, eh? Sorry. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Talk to us.
Hi, sir.
Great.
Actually, what I want to do now, I pray God sustain. I pray God to give Nigeria strength to bear this consequence that is passing through. And
Okay, Julius, please, I want to ask for a favor. I beg. I only like reading books. Like that man's book, Titanos K. I actually wanted to buy the book, but I don't have enough. All I have is 2,000 naira. I don't know. At least I really need the book. I need the book. Seriously, I need the book.
Okay.
So I don't know what to do. If there's no other help that could have really helped me, I need it seriously.
The book was given out already. 15 copies was given out free of charge, and we've given out the 15 copies already. I'm sorry about that. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, let's leave that aside. Okay, let's put that aside. 0700 903 903 903. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, what I have to say concerning the issue of INEC, because the INEC is Nigeria mostly problem we are facing. The other man mentioned about how many the APC, they know 3 million. But even though 1 million and they have INEC, what Nigeria going to do? Because we have to fight out the INEC so that we have a very nice INEC where can give us a good result. It's not like people like Mahmoud. We don't want them again, honestly. If Nigeria want to tell ourselves the truth, let us fight INEC first. Leave the judiciary. INEC is Nigeria problem because once they announce the election, then we tell it to go to court. We don't want all those kind of statements again in this country. We are ready to get a good INEC where can give us the real election, where can now say this man is the one who is not the one where can go and collect money and put for his pocket and begin telling us and that thing. We don't want that kind of INEC, please. That's my contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Okay, let's do this one first. Then we'll start taking we'll start reading your messages. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kanye Julius.
Good morning to you.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Move away from your radio set or turn down the volume.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, God bless you. Please, what is happening in this country is not giving anybody job. I want to ask, Ononuga Bayo, do you know his senior? Somebody like the African Development Bank chairman will talk. He will reply him. P2B will talk, will reply him. Are we sure that he's telling the president the truth of what is happening in this country? Because I'm very surprised to learn that the whole military brat in Yobe was attacked by the Boko Haram. A military barrack we know that has sophisticated equipment. The extent of burning our military equipment. What is happening in this country? Is there any conspiracy? Now that Stadana is in control of the government and all these things happening, what of when the Northern take over? Who we know they are in support of these people? What is happening? Are they that should come up now and let us know the truth? We want this country to move forward. They are not telling us the truth. They are not doing the right thing. So let me go, President, wake up. Let them know what is happening, what is going on truly in this country, so that this country will not fall into the system. I rest my case. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much for resting your case. Appreciate that. Okay, let me give you some more stories. Let me just break down this particular story for you. All right. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, has demanded immediate reversal of a court sitting in Abuja, which proscribed the group as a terrorist organization. Imam Powerful, in a statement, also insisted that the earlier ruling striking out the federal government suit against the organization after lack of evidence depicts it as unlawful stance. In quote, he said, after a contested hearing where both parties were fully represented, Justice Nyako equivocally found no evidence whatsoever to support the proscription's claim that IPOB is an unlawful or proscribed society. She stated, and we quote, "The proscription has not placed any evidence in the proof of evidence to show that the society, indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is an unlawful or prescribed society." That's what he's saying. IPOB is demanding a reversal of groups' proscription as terrorists. IPOB, like he's saying, Emma Powerful is saying, IPOB is not a terrorist group or a terrorist organization. That the government, they should change it completely. And when we ask, what about what is happening in the north? Okay, we'll get to that. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Kamikida.
Good morning. Oh, so sorry about that. Hello, good morning here. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Ikane Jude. I love that name, the pronunciation. How was the weekend? This is Paul from Egbeda.
Good morning to you, Paul. I'm fine. The weekend was great.
Yeah. I want to give Nigerians hope.
Okay.
I want to tell Nigerians not to lament anymore. I have the solution of Nigerian problem at my hand. The solution is every Nigerian should kill tribalism, religion, ethnicity, and Nigerians that feel that they have been neglected, they are poor, their voices are not heard, they are not respected, their wishes are not taken into consideration, should form a united Nigeria against the ruling class in 2027 in a way that it cannot be rigged, too big to rig. No matter who is appointed as INEC chairman, it will be too big to rig, even if they have written the election result before time. When the poor masses in Nigeria troop out to vote to say no to APC, no to political elite, no to those who are not considering us as human beings equal to themselves. If we come out in 2027, regardless of our religion, tribe, and ethnicity, and see ourselves as a common family of betrayed Nigerians, of suffering Nigerians, of Nigerians that have been malaked by the ruling A class, then APC and the ruling class will not have their say in 2027.
Okay.
If we lament and cry and refuse to come out to vote in 2027, they will still rig it and tell us to go to court. So the solution is Nigerians should come out to vote in 2027 against APC. It is the Nigerian masses, the suffering masses against APC. We don't care about party. PDP can go to sleep, AP can go to sleep, any party can go to sleep, but the Nigerian masses will cast their vote against APC. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. Easy, okay? Easy. Wanyo. Oh, sorry.
Export Business Training is here again. VOP 90.3 FM wants you to benefit from this. This is for those who want to position or reposition themselves for something different in 2025. Yes, time to export common items abroad and earn in dollars like pepper, vegetable, groundnut, yam, sesame seeds, ugu, bitter leaf, cherry, charcoal, sawdust, oil, kola nut, cocoa, and many more. Join the rest and get this knowledge.
The seminar fee is 20,000 naira only. Account number 122-416-8488. Zenith Bank. Account name VOPFM. Kindly send your proof of payment via WhatsApp to 0701 214 6454. seminar will hold on Saturday, 24th of May, 2025.
At Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, 42 Murtala Mohammed International Airport Road. Time 11 a.m. Don't be left out. Participate and you'll be grateful for
That's one ababada. What's strong kakaraka? What's in the name? Ababada.
Domin Herbal Powder is your immune booster for general well-being. Domin Herbal Powder is organic. Just add a teaspoonful into a small cup of hot water and drink in the morning before meals and evening after meals. Domin Herbal Powder is available in all pharmacies and herbal shops in Nigeria. For bulk purchase, visit Obed Israel Enterprise Nigeria Limited, B33 Jigawa Plaza Trade Fair Market, or Rich Priest Pharmacy, 21 Afolabi Street, Tipa Garage, Egbe, Lagos. For more information, call 0704 591 7000 or for Ghana 054 31 581 95. Domin Herbal Powder is not for persons below 12 years, not for pregnant and nursing mothers. Domin Herbal Powder for your overall well-being. If symptoms persist after 5 days, consult your doctor.
90.3 FM, Voice of the People. I'm sure you've heard. Let me take you to Asaba. I'm sure you've heard that, some former PDP members in Delta State who moved with Governor Sheriff Oboriwori and his predecessor, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa, to the APC have, for unclear reasons, refused to resign their membership, and yet want to register as APC members. That is... what do you call that? The weakest style of politics, right? One leg here, another leg here, in case it happen for 2027. Make we know where we go there, make we not lose fully. Well, that is the information I'm getting from Delta State. The sources said that ongoing registration commenced, on a shanking note, as the APC ward leaders in parts, of the state declined to register the PDP's defectors, demanding evidence of their registration from their formal party. All right, let me take more calls now, everyone. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Oh, maybe you call back, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, now let me start reading your messages back to back, okay? Let's see. What's this person saying? I have always said it that and okay, thank you so much. General is saying Gencos and discos are one of the major problems we are facing in this country because of the coverage they are enjoying from government. Defectors have nothing to offer rather than fighting for their pockets and to cover their sins. What is the problem of our refineries that is beyond human solutions? Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then, good morning, Jude. How was your weekend, please? What's he saying? My name is Obiego from Oshodi. Okay, thank you so much. Cabals, aka thieves, are still fighting for our refinery, Dangote, and the thieves are fighting for refinery because there are no consequences to the criminals in NNPC. Leo from Lagos. Thank you so much, Leo, for dropping that message. And then HRH Visunwoko is saying Baba-Ahmed politics has really rendered most of our politicians powerless and useless in a situation whereby only one man detects what happens in a political party is very bad and will never be good for a true democracy. Until Nigerians rise up to say capital no to this one-man system of government, nothing good will ever be achieved. Have a blessed day. From HRH Visunwoko in Oshodi. Thank you so much. Good morning, Jude. Nigerians should know that what happened in Rivers State is a civilian coup, and nobody is looking at that direction. Nigerians should rise up against this military behavior in civilian dresses. Village man from Idimu sent that message. And Franco Nero is saying EFCC should either release VDM or charge him to court and make charges public. Meanwhile, Nigerians that meet the constitutional requirements to contest for president should not be deprived of their constitutional rights as the as we join hands to challenge the unconstitutional actions of government at all levels. Nigerians must wake up and begin to choose the best of us, to rule the rest of us, to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Thank you so much. Nigerians are hungry. They keep promising us that things will get better. Rather, it's getting worse. Additional spoke the truth. Engineer Lawrence from Igbole in Lagos. Thank you. Iotech, thank you so much. The 10th Assembly are the worst assembly. Akpabio should remember that he will soon leave office. Must Presidency reply everything that is quite unfortunate? How do we get here? Even if all the politicians defect to APC, they don't have power to win the people. We are out for them this time. Mr. President says during campaign, if it doesn't give constant power for 4 years, that we shouldn't vote for him for the second time. Which of his campaign promises have been fulfilled? Let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Iotech, thank you so much. All right. Good morning. We don't need APC in Southeast. Okay. Thank you so much, Chief. 2027 election is between APC and Tinubu and Nigerians. Those defections of governors and politicians will not make any impact. Except rigging, APC will not win. Tinubu is only good in what kind of politics or governance you said? Nigerians will shock him. Jerry from Ikeja. If Tinubu wants Southeast vote, he should release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, create one more state in Southeast and open up seaport at Southeast. Then we will get he will get our votes. Okay. Good morning, Ikamijide. Let us forget Bayo Nanuga's comment on GDP. The litmus test of any government is the standard of living of the people. I have no confidence in propaganda-based statistics of today. Chima from Surulere. All right. Pop Chu in Ikorodu is saying, good morning, JIJ and distinguished listeners. The rate at which humiliating poverty keeps stupendously increasing in Nigeria today is quite alarming and needs urgent attention from the APC-led federal government, because virtually all their so-called unworkable, obnoxious policies has perpetuated Nigeria into hardships, and misery for now. You are talking like the GM of VOP FM. And no vicious plan on ground to eradicate this pressing and biting pain tormenting Nigerians, which I will keep imploring, the federal government to encourage local productions as clamored by His Excellency Mr. Peter Gregory Yobe, and work on insecurity so that our farmers can go to work in their farms peacefully in Nigeria. And of course, Nigeria is bleeding profusely. Okay. Good morning from here, VOP family. A great week for me. Okay, Mazi Douglas, thank you so much, Mazi. And then John Hollis from Agopala's Way. My advice to Nigerians is to let away with our differences and face our oppressors. Which elites in 20? What are you trying to say? Nigerians versus APC, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Let's do this again. Who are the cabals in NNPCL that are bigger than the federal government to deal with if their hands are clean? For the past 10 years, the president of Nigeria has been the minister of petroleum, from former President Buhari to the present Tinubu. So who are the cabals in NNPCL that are responsible for non-functional refinery in Nigeria? To me, from the president to the least workers or the least worker in NNPCL are reasonable to, are responsible to whatever abnormalities going on in the NNPCL. The president should please appoint Minister of Petroleum and face his job as president. Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you. And then this person is saying, Engineer Salako Kazim from Diamond Estate is saying Obasanjo debunked the claim made earlier that the refinery is working, but Tinubu administration abused him. How I wish OBJ can sue them now. Concerning the massive decamp of governors to APC appear to be a secret threat against their will, and maybe be going on to have thugs against the people come 2027. APC knows they can't win, so they wish to have it forcefully. as it's going on this way, we are heading towards tyranny if we are not yet there yet. VDM has classified information with him yet to leak out. I hope he will be the same when, or he will do the same when, whatever. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Check your time now is 8:15 a.m. and of course, several other messages here. If I can't touch on all of them, I'll do that when I return, by 10:30. Is that fine? But I would love to take some calls before I wrap things up this morning. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call, and then WhatsApp 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Kamijudo.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, Patrick is calling back.
Okay.
Like I was saying concerning Boko Haram insecurity in Nigeria, I think it's well known to us, reasonable people in Nigeria, that there is a conspiracy theory going on somewhere. Just like the reference Peter Monse made in the case of Afghanistan. The Taliban, they fought the central government for several years until they took over power. And we are beginning to smell a rat here now, because how can this Boko Haram be so resistant, become more sophisticated than the mighty army of a great nation called Nigeria? The shame is becoming unbearable. People should come out and tell us exactly the agenda behind all this. Otherwise, we cannot understand it anymore. The other day, 17 soldiers were killed in Okoma in Delta State. And the army went and leveled the whole place, killing including domestic animals. But when these people now went and attacked a military base now, everywhere will remain quiet. Even prominent Northerners are saying nothing. So there is something going on here that they have not told us, and they are not even willing to tell us. So in summary, like Omar said, Buhari and Lai Mohammed, they must come and account for all the atrocities they committed. He told us that Boko Haram has been dismantled, and today Boko Haram is waxing stronger. Even in his own Kwara state, they are forming a group there now. So something is really going on.
Thank you. Appreciate you. INEC, let me tell everyone before I leave. INEC says it has not announced the date for the resumption of continuous voter registration. Oh, yes. This was as it also said that it has not decided on a date for the transfer and replacement of lost permanent voter cards. That is the PVCs. There has been, a report making the rounds that the electoral umpire has scheduled May the 27th for the resumption of CVR and other related services. But in a statement, yesterday, INEC described the report as false, urging the public to disregard the fake and anonymous statement. Okay, so no date yet for resumption of CVR. That is according to INEC. No date yet for the for the resumption of continuous voter registration. Okay, all right, everyone. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. Don't forget, export seminar organized by VOPFM will be coming up on the 24th of this month. All right, it's just a couple of weeks away. I will urge everyone to register and get to learn another business, something different. Even if you are not ready financially, come and hear what this business is like, how you can be part of it, what you can get from it. All right, and it's easy. If you want to be part of the seminar, just send a WhatsApp message. Just type export and send it to 070 121 46454. 070 121 46454, and someone will add you to the group. Okay, there's a group already. All right, there's a group already. We urge you to start making your payments as quickly as possible. All right, thank you so much. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. On Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, everywhere. TikTok, I am Ikami Jude, spelled IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH everywhere. I love you so much, and I'll be here by 10:30 on the DOT. Top of the morning to you, and do have a pleasant one.